Man, I'm pretty tired this morning. Late football game, and got home, went to sleep, set my alarm for 4:30. Wound up getting up at 6. It must have snoozed a lot during that time, and I've had two different shooters the last 2 days eating at like 8:45, 9 o'clock, which would be wonderful this morning because see, this fog is giving a line of like a wall between them and the rest of the world, the highway. So everything that they like, their bedding is over here, their food is here, and then you got this wall of fog on the other side of their food. I'm gonna be sitting really in the fog. The fog in the trail camera pictures, it looks like the fog is right there, right past the food plot, which means I'm gonna be sitting in it. I hope I can see, but I hadn't felt confidence in a while, really confident in what I might see, but this morning seems like, hey, it's the same kind of day setting up as it has been the last two, and they've been here. So hopefully day 3, they won't change up on me. Just got done sitting this morning and had a fun sit. I saw 8 deer, but right there, about 10 minutes before sunrise, which you could see, it was very foggy, still kind of foggy out here now, but right there before sunrise, big buck came out, and he was there. This is at 7:30, which 7:30 is when the feeder goes off, so it didn't actually go off until 7:32. And when it went off, it scared him to death, and he took off running. So and he left, and I thought he might come back the way he walked back into those trees, but he didn't come back. So I had the camera rolling then, but I don't really know if I don't know if you could see anything because it was so dark, or so foggy, really. The camera light just wasn't quite there yet. But Sunday morning, back yesterday, I hunted in the morning. I didn't hunt yesterday evening because we had some friends over, and because it was pouring down rain. Well, wouldn't you know that it stopped raining? It wasn't supposed to stop until like 8:30. It stopped around 6:45, and Curly came right out. Lucky came out. I got lucky on that camera that I put up yesterday on the trail. About to try to sneak in. It's a little bit calmer today. I'm gonna have to hope for some traffic on the road, but there's probably not gonna be any traffic, giving me some noise cover because it's 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. So we're just going to be as quiet as possible. And then, anyway, hoping it happens. This is October the 25th. 3 years ago, this is when the big drought for me was broken, of not killing a deer for a few years. It was killed right here on the big 11 point I got, and this time around out here in the October 20s, that last week of October, it has been big for this property. So we're hoping that we're going to be hunting a lot if we need to this week. I hope we can get it done this morning though. It's a little bit of fog, not as much as they had, but they still got a little protection from the fog. So we're going to get out and see what happens. Leaving Sunday morning, leaving a little bit early. It's I'm gonna go to church, but I had it's pretty cool. I had a doe come about 5 feet to my left. I was in the trailer blind, and she came about 5 feet from me on my left and went in to eat, and of course then the feeder went off and she ran right back by me again, and then she disappeared in all that tall grass. So but anyway, we're probably gonna come back this evening depending on the weather and see what we'll do. But All right, Sunday evening, October 25th. Headed to go hunt, same place we hunted this morning. I got my man Charlie with me. We are gonna sit in the same blind we've been sitting in. This morning, kind of crazy. I was sitting there hunting, and 2 minutes after I walked out, I had a good buck on the camera before I got in the truck. So, hoping this evening that we get them moving in daylight. You stay right here.
I don't want to subscribe to the video.
First time this year I'm bringing Charlie hunting with me. He's helped me do a lot of work, and we got him a few snacks. We got him a tablet with some headphones if he doesn't like it, but when it gets close to time, we're gonna put all that down, and he's gonna help me look for deer. So me and Charlie, 2 nights in a row. It's Monday, October 26th, and it's pretty warm. There's a chance of rain some more this evening, but it don't look like it's going to. So, you know, hoping that they move early enough. One thing for sure, we ain't gonna kill them if we ain't here. But this morning, a couple of nice bucks were moving, a couple of them. Not a lot of our shooters are very visible on camera right now, but that's to be expected here late October. So hoping they'll be on their feet. Me and Charlie are gonna go after them one more time, ain't that right? And we'll see how it goes. Me and Charlie just got one on the ground, didn't we, buddy?
Yeah, we got it. Like, it was so big.
He was big. Let's go look at him. Me and Charlie are gonna go recover this buck. Our hearts were pumping, weren't they, buddy? Beating really fast, and we earned this one, man. We put in a lot of time. Ready to go up here and see him.
He's beautiful.
Yep, he is. Here, let's get some light on him.
Which one is it?
10-point Lucky.
Lucky. He wasn't lucky after all, was he? Put your hat on, buddy.
Yeah, put your hat on. Put your hat on. Here, buddy, please. I know, because you're laying all in it. So let's hold his head up like this. Let Popeye take some pictures. You probably got to sit down if you can. I'll help you back up.
All right.
Got
Take it
three
to
more.
Dad. Take it to your daddy. Let him look at it.
What is it,
There you go, Charles. Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Okay, so we shot Lucky. We've let Lucky go 3 different times. Tonight, Charlie was sitting with me, and man, both our hearts were beating out of our chest. It was just an awesome moment, and I will never trade it. Nobody can take that away from me or him. Anyway, so me and Charlie are sitting there. Honestly didn't expect to see anything, and then all of a sudden here he comes. Got the camera on him for as long as I could, and then he walked in and put his head down to eat, and I shot him and he dropped right there. Anyway, normally I would clean this guy myself, but it's just me. I did get my daddy to come help me load him in the truck, and that was probably more than I should have done under doctor's orders, but anyway, we were able to get him loaded. It wasn't too bad, and I definitely just couldn't clean him tonight. So we're gonna go to a deer cooler here, and I'm gonna ask them to cape him out for me. Anyway, thank the good Lord for this. It's exciting whenever you shoot a buck. This is something that I care a lot about, and this is something that really drives me crazy sometimes. But anyway, you know, great night. Let's go get him, you know, put up and see what happens. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Just one, man. I had my son. This is the one. I have my. Let me unlock this right and let this out. Oh. Thank you, sir. Alrighty. This is the day after. This is what is this? This is October the 27th. This is Tuesday. Last night me and Charlie were hunting out here, and we shot Lucky. Lucky, you've seen Lucky before. I've let him walk once. I had the feeder scare him off once. I got texted that he was out there eating 2 minutes after I left Saturday morning, or Sunday morning, excuse me. And well, I'm on the way to get his cape, okay? I had surgery, you know, last week, and still can't draw a bow back. Still can't, I'm not really supposed to be lifting anything over 25 pounds. Lucky weighed 218 pounds when he got weighed. It's a pretty heavy deer for here. So the whole story on Lucky, you know, when you build this much history with a deer, you know, it's pretty cool story. So anyway, you know, we started off the year, the first couple of bucks that were showing up that we knew were bigger than the others, when the first, 10 or 12 showed up this summer. I think it was around August 7th, and then this 10-pointer showed up. Very massive. I've been watching him. I finally get, he was a mysterious buck. He would never come and eat from the pile that I was putting in front of the camera. So I wasn't getting a ton of close-up pictures of him, and finally, late August and in September, he started coming in there, eating closer to the camera, eating some of the draw we were pouring out. And, we really liked him. He was the deer we saw the least of all those. And then of all the deer that I expected to see, with the best shot with a bow to get was Curly. Was Lucky. I couldn't believe the night that he came out and I videoed him for 30 minutes, but it just didn't feel right. I couldn't bring myself to draw because I had just had Ted, who was a really big 8-pointer, and I had T-Rex show up. Still hadn't shown any pictures of him to anybody, but I had him show up, really big deer, like 2 days before I saw him. So I let him walk, and then I saw him come out this past Saturday morning, and at this point we got hundreds of pictures of him, and got good videos of him on the camera. Have seen him now once. I saw him again that Sunday night when it got too dark and I had 10 bucks in front of me. I saw him again that night. I couldn't have shot him. He came in about the same time that Dude did that night, so I couldn't shoot either one of them. So this past Saturday morning, Lucky comes out at about 7:29 in the morning. The feeder's set to go off at 7:30. It actually doesn't go off until 7:32 watch time. So he comes out. I'm looking at him, my heart's beating a little bit because I almost regret it after watching the video over and over and talking to a lot of people. I haven't killed that many big deer like that out on this property. He ranks right up there. He's probably the second biggest deer ever killed on this property, maybe the first. I'm gonna look at them compared to each other today. But anyway, he comes out Saturday morning, the feeder scares him off, and he looked really big leaving. So wasn't great to watch him leave, but he left. He didn't come back. So Saturday evening I don't go hunting because of the rain. He shows. I'm not there. He and Curly both show. Now I had Curly ahead of him on the list, which might be the wrong way to look at it, especially after I got my hands on Lucky to see that. Anyway, so Sunday morning goes. I got to get out of there about 8:30. So I've only got about a good hour to hunt with camera light, and I'm walking back to the truck at about 8:30. 8:32, I get a picture come through and Lucky's eating. Lucky ate until 9 a.m. So I've seen Lucky a ton now. I've now seen him in person twice. I've seen him in daylight on camera a ton of times lately. He's been eating a lot here in the past few weeks too, in daylight, in the morning. Charlie and I go hunting Sunday evening together. We see a bunch of does, no bucks show up. But we do get Lucky while we're hunting, shows up on the new camera we set up. He just never showed up while we were still there. We got out of there. He wound up eating after we left. And then we hunted again yesterday evening on Monday. So finally it gets quiet with 10 minutes left, and I'm not expecting to see any deer. I've already told Charlie it'll be a miracle if we see any deer. Well, sure enough, as soon as we start thinking that it's not gonna happen, Lucky doesn't even stop at the wood line. He walks straight out. I get the camera on him for some pretty incredible footage. He walks in just like we planned on, about a 60 to 70 yard shot. And we dropped him right there, and then the celebration began with me and Charlie. I'm so thankful for the memory that I'm gonna have with Charlie. I'm so thankful that we were able to kill that deer together. We were able to get him loaded up in the truck. I took him to a deer processor last night because I couldn't pick him up to cape him and gun him and clean him and do all that myself. So I'm going to pick up his cape right now. After I pick up this cape, I'm gonna take him, put him in the freezer, and I'm gonna meet my taxidermist, Glenn Arp, with Hoot and Holler Taxidermy in Forsyth, Georgia. Guy's been done phenomenal work for me for years, and I love his work. I'm thankful for him. I'm gonna go see him tomorrow, and then we'll see. But anyway, I'm pulling in right now. I'm about to go in here and get this cape, bring him out, and then the door will kind of be closed on him a little bit. On the way to see Glenn at Hoot and Holler Taxidermy in Forsyth over here. He's taking care of a lot of them for me. I'm gonna pull up here in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna give him this cape, and then book will be closed on Lucky until we get it back. So looking forward to it.